Welcome. Thank you all for being here today. I'm your Master of Ceremonies, Petty Officer Fraser. I'm a recruiter here at HMCS Chippawa. I've been a recruiter at Chippawa since 2016, and I've been a member at HMCS Chippawa since 2005. I joined, so getting close to 20 years. Thank you all very much for being here tonight to support our enrollees, our new recruits. It is a very exciting achievement to become a member of the Canadian Armed Forces and the Naval Reserve. It's a challenging application process. They've been through vigorous testing and many appointments to get here. So thank you for your dedication, and congratulations on your achievement, hopefully the first of many in your military careers. Why do we have a Navy here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, in the center of the continent? The mission of the Naval Reserve has three parts. The first is to train sailors to augment the fleet. We are primarily a training establishment. What we do here in Winnipeg, we're going to build skills, qualifications, experience that will enable our sailors to support the fleet, to augment when required, and the end goal is to go to sea and support the regular force Navy. We do a lot of activities training as a Naval Reserve Division, but we're here to augment the fleet. The second one is to respond to domestic emergencies. So I'm sure living in Manitoba, you've seen over the years the many floods we have in the spring, and when you hear on the news that the military has been called in, that's usually the reserves. So we'll respond to domestic emergencies here at home, and we'll also support different areas around the country. Wildfires in the west, or ice storms in the east, or whatever it may be. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, reservists responded when needed. And finally, to connect with our local communities. We have a band here at HMCS Chippawa. That's one of the many ways. We're enrolling 2 musicians tonight. It's exciting. So we support our local communities, and we're visible to the Canadian public. If we only had the Navy on the east and the west coast, there's a whole lot of Canadians who wouldn't be aware of our Navy. And remember that we do have the largest coastline in the world to protect our country. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. And I would now like to call on Petty Officer First Class Jaskowitz for some remarks. While we're waiting on Petty Officer Jaskowitz, who is our incoming coxswain, I'll go through the various occupations that we're enrolling here tonight. We do have a number of different occupations that we train for here at HMCS Chippawa. So this evening we are enrolling a cook. I think everyone knows what that is. That's a pretty self-explanatory one, but we've got to feed our sailors. We're enrolling 2 intelligence operators who work alongside intelligence officers to gather and assess intelligence, make reports, and many other functions in the world of intelligence. We have 2 musicians who are being enrolled to perform with the Royal Canadian Navy Band of HMCS Chippawa. I am a musician myself. I played in the band for 10 years before I took on the role as a recruiter. It's an incredible experience and opportunity to travel across the country, and like I said, to connect with Canadians and perform. And we have a bosun. The infantry of the Navy, the backbone, doing all of the sailor stuff, taking care of the small craft here at HMCS Chippawa, being our small arms experts, and working on the deck of the ships at sea. Theo, we're ready for you. So again, I'll introduce Petty Officer First Class Jaskowitz. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So I was not ready for this. It's kind of a last minute for me. So I guess these are our new recruits, I guess. Welcome to HMCS Chippawa. Today, obviously, it's a huge day for you guys, right? I've been in the service myself for just about 32 years, both full-time and part-time. Probably the most amazing experience that I can think of. I'm a Winnipeg police officer in my other life, if you will, but this is always my home, right? So I've been a cop for over 20 years, but I always come back to to the military, and that's yeah, that's kind of what I say. Like, that's where I grew up. I joined the military when I was 17. I don't know what ages we have here. Some of you look. I'll stop there. I don't know if anyone with anything. But yeah, no. Welcome. Again, today's a big day. You're part of the family now, right? We're gonna look after each other. We're gonna look after you at this stage. Eventually, we're gonna look after each other. Yeah, it's gonna be a ride. That's all I have.
I would now like to introduce Commander Michael Kuehl, the commanding officer of His Majesty's Canadian ship Chippawa, to conduct the enrollment ceremony. Commander Kuehl immigrated to Canada in 1965 and began his military career in 1973 with enrollment in the 48th Highlanders of Canada Cadet Corps in Toronto. He enlisted in the regular force in 1979 and graduated as the top student at the Canadian Forces School of Communications and Electronics while training as a communications research operator. In his early career, he worked at CFS Inuvik, CFS Bermuda, and CFS Masset. In 1987, he made the decision to remuster as a medical assistant. He attended the Canadian Forces Medical Services School and again graduated as the top student. He participated in multiple operational deployments, including Croatia, Rwanda, Bosnia, and Afghanistan, among others. As you'll see in a moment, his extremely decorated career is exhibited by the rather large rack of medals hanging on his uniform. In 2008, he was offered a position with the Winnipeg Regional Health Authority as a PA in emergency medicine, so he took his release from the regular force, moved to Winnipeg, and transferred to the Naval Reserve here at HMCS Chippawa. And he's been a member of the ship's company since the summer of 2010. In 2013, Commander Kuehl was commissioned as a sub-lieutenant, and his time at HMCS Chippawa included various senior positions. He assumed his current appointment as the commanding officer of HMCS Chippawa on the 10th of June in 2021. Commander Kuehl and his wife Heidi reside in Winnipeg and have 2 adult children. So Commander Kuehl will be with us in a moment to conduct the official proceedings of the enrollment ceremony. Thank you.
Room! Relax. Good evening. My name is Commander Kuehl. I'm the commanding officer of His Majesty's Canadian ship Chippawa, and I welcome you to this enrollment ceremony. For the families that are attending, I thank you for being here at this important event. Most of people in Canada don't get to witness something like this. They don't have children, brothers, sisters, nephews, cousins, and the like, who decide to stand up and join something that's bigger than they are. So it's a very important day for these applicants. They're at this point, they won't be recruits until we do the actual swearing in and they sign the paper. And you know, you can kind of think about it in the context of the speech by John F. Kennedy at his inauguration in 1961. He said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country." This is that sort of thing. People join the military to give something back to the country that gave them so much in their formative years. And it's something that, again, a lot of people don't take the opportunity to do and will never experience. And for the applicants, I welcome you again. You're joining an organization that is going to be an adjunct to your birth family. We are going to be your friends, your confidants, your big brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles to whom you go to for advice and guidance. And regardless of how long you stay, whether you're here for a short period and decide, well, this is not for me at the end of the day, or whether you maintain a long career, you will remember the friendships and the experiences, and they will guide you as you go through the rest of your life. So again, welcome. So we'll go to the swearing in.
Jordan Chezik.
No, you have your own. Perfect.
No? Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can take the Bible in your left hand, raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Kenneth Jordan Chiswick,
Do swear
do swear
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty King Charles III,
to His Majesty King Charles III,
King of Canada,
King of Canada,
his heirs and successors according to law.
his heirs and successors according to law.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
To His Majesty King Charles III, King of Canada, his heirs and successors according to law. So help me God. Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Justin Mallow.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Justin Mallow,
Do swear
do swear
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty
to His Majesty
King Charles III,
King Charles III,
King of Canada,
King of Canada,
his heirs and successors according to law.
his heirs and successors according to law.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks, sir.
Kaylee Palmer.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Kaylee Marie Palmer,
Solemnly affirm
solemnly affirm
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty King Charles III,
to His Majesty King Charles III,
King of Canada,
King of Canada,
his heirs and successors according to law.
his heirs and successors according to law.
Welcome aboard.
Eric Vladimirov.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
Eric Vladimiro,
Solemnly affirm
solemnly affirm
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty
to His Majesty
King Charles III,
King Charles III,
King of Canada,
King of Canada,
his heirs and successors according to law.
his heirs and successors according to law.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
And congratulations to all of our newest members of the Canadian Armed Forces. National anthem, sir?
Yes.
We ask that you now please rise, if you're able, for the playing of the national anthem.
Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. Important event. And now there will be much form signing by our newest members, which is normal and part of the experience. So again, thank you. Put this aside.
Run!
Relax. Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. That concludes the formal portion of the ceremony. Again, congratulations to our new recruits, and thank you to the guests for attending. Now, you're very welcome to take some photos. We have some time here. You can chat, say congratulations yourself, mingle, and take photos. You're very welcome to come up to the front and use the display. Individual photos with the certificate, friends, family, whatever you want. Have 15, 20 minutes to take as many photos as you like. And also, at the same time, we have members of the unit and heads of department for the various departments that our new recruits are becoming members of, who are here to welcome you. So make sure you find some members of your new crew, and we'll be very happy to say hello and to welcome you to the team. So congratulations one last time. Well done.